Hey guys, gonna do an EDC video today. Just kind of show you what I carry and maybe give you some ideas, or whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna try to get right into this thing. I hate videos that don't start with the gun because I think guns are seriously cool, and I feel like you probably do too. So I'm not gonna make you watch the whole rest of the video if you want to see the guns. So we're gonna start with the guns. Let me get all this other crap out of the way. All right. So we'll start with the primary gun here. Glock 19. Yeah, it's loaded. It's always loaded. It doesn't do you much good if it's not. So there it is. Glock 19. This is actually a Gen 3 lower on a Gen 4 upper. I'm sure somebody's going to give me some hate about modifying this to make that work. You got to cut out quite a bit of material up there on the front in order to get the Gen 4 slide to fit. The reason I did that is because the framework I had done already, and I got a Gen 4 Glock that was gray and I really liked the look of it and figured why not, so I threw that slide on there. Well, this slide before it had all this work done to it, and ran it for a long time and really liked it, so that's why I did that. Framework's all done by me. You know, soldering iron, stippling, and an undercut. It's really not that hard to do, by the way, guys. Take your time, watch a couple videos, and you can do it. But there are a lot of good people out there doing stippling, but you can do it on your own, I promise. Just recently started carrying with a light. Strongly recommend it. Yeah, it's more in your pants. Yeah, it's a hassle. Carrying a gun isn't comfortable, but being alive's a lot better than being uncomfortable, so that's where I'm at on that. I like the Stream Light right now. Everybody's going to tell you Surefire is the best lights in the world. Yeah, they're extremely durable. They work really, really well, but they're twice as much money as this light and almost half the lumens. So for me, the Streamlight is the winner right now. This light's about 150 bucks on a bad day. You can typically get these things online for substantially less than that. The Surefire X300 is like 300 or 400 bucks. It's ridiculous. But Surefire lights are good lights for sure. So yeah, that's kind of the bottom half. The only other thing I've done to the bottom half of this gun, it's got a 3.5 pound ghost connector. I've thought about taking it out. I can't decide yet. I read a Masada Ayu book the other day that said to leave the trigger factory, but you know, I don't know. Shoots really good for me with 3.5 pounds, so I might leave it. I haven't really decided. The upper obviously has had some work done to it. Jeff at Rivers Bend Gun Company in Weston, Missouri did an excellent job on the upper half of this gun. Really, really cool guy, really cool place, really cool shop. And it does great work. It's got front serrations on it because why not? RMO6 for the sighting system, 3 1/4 MOA dot, 3 1/4 MOA, 6 MOA, whatever. Dots are helpful. Pick the one you want. Cabela's recently has it might still be going on, has a sale on the Trijicon RMR, the original version. Obviously there's a Type 2 out now you can look for, but the original version they're selling for 350 bucks, and that's like a really, really good price. Yeah, it's a lot of money for red dot, but if you're going to carry a gun, you might as well be as good with it as you can and be confident and be able to use it. So yeah, do it if you want. I don't care. I like the rear sight in front of my RMR. If you don't like it, it doesn't bother me, that's fine. But it seems to work really, really well for me. It stays out of the way unless I need it. These are Ameriglow suppressor height, all black sights, and they work really well. This is kind of what the setup looks like. So you can see when you look through the RMR, the sights kind of disappear. It's really hard to do this backwards, but you get the idea. There you go. So yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. I prefer it that way. Yeah, do whatever you want. So yeah, Sniper Gray Cerakote. That's pretty much the carry gun. I've been carrying Glock, not Glock, Magpul PMag, Magpul Glock magazines as my everyday carry. A lot of people are going to yell at me and tell me to carry Glock mags. That's fine. These mags haven't given me any issues at all. And I've been shooting them since they came out. Thousands of rounds to these, and they shoot really, really well. No failures. Drop them in the mud, drop them on the concrete, and they keep working. So yeah, there's that. Holster right now is the Stealth Gear. This is the Mini, I believe. Obviously for the light and cut for the RMR and suppressor sights. These holsters are freaking awesome. I know all your high-speed operator dudes got their T-Rex sidecars and their G-codes, and those are really good holsters, but they just aren't very comfortable for me, and I don't carry appendix. I like to carry at 3 o'clock because I got, a little bit of a gut going on, and I'm not afraid to admit it, so it is what it is. This is comfortable for me. I don't care how you carry your gun, just have one and know how to use it, and don't shoot me on accident. So that's important. Secondary gun. So this is typically my primary. Anytime I can, I'll be carrying the 19. But if I need to go deep concealment, or I want to take up a little less space, what have you, I'll roll out on the 26. And I like the Glock 26 for deep concealment purposes. It conceals really well. Obviously, it's a lot smaller. As far as modifications of this gun go, same undercut. This gun doesn't have stippling. It's got a set of talent grips on it, which I like. The reason this has talent grips is, like I said, this could be a deep conceal gun for me. It may go in a 511 tactical holster shirt. Worst case scenario, it goes in a pocket, bag, I don't know. But I like this. It doesn't tear up anything. It doesn't get caught on stuff quite as easy as the stippling does. So I like that. Sights on this guy right now are just the Trijicon white 3 dots. Not the most ideal sights, but they work. I got a set of HDs that came off the 19 that'll probably end up on this pretty soon, so that's going to be the sight setup. Obviously I like it with the 12 round extendo clip, so I can get my pinky on there and hold on to it a little better. Ammunition, I'm sure I'm going to catch some haters on this too. Barnes TAC XPD 115 grain is what I carry. Yeah, I know Spear Gold Dot's the best. Yeah, I know Federal HST's the best. This is what I like. That's what I've been carrying. Shoots reliable. Expansion's ridiculous, and I like that. So there's the ammunition. There's the guns. Extra ammo. I always carry extra ammo. My magazine pouch here is super high speed. It's Blackhawk. It's $20. I've been using this for about 3 years, and it works really, really well. So, maybe take a look at the Blackhawk. I've tried everything else. I got some G-code soft shells, and this seems to work best for me. So, 17 round Magpul mag. Again, I like the Magpul mags a lot. Check them out if you haven't. That's pretty much it for the guns, guys. Let's move on to the knives. So, typically, my everyday carry knife is going to be my Benchmade 4600 Phaeton. I think that's how you pronounce this. Super cool knife. I've always wanted it out the front. This one fits the bill perfectly. Ultra lightweight. Really cool. Perfect action. I mean, I've jacked around with Microtex and a bunch of other out the fronts, and this thing feels better than most all of them. S30V on the steel. There's better steels out there. Yeah, whatever. This one's good. I like it. First production knife. Benchmade was nice enough to hook me up with that. Well, they didn't hook me up with it. I just ordered it soon enough that they sent a first pro. So that's pretty cool. Really awesome knife. So far, I love it. I've been using it a lot. Price point on this dude is about $370 with the DLC coating. Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah, I know. It's just a pocket knife. Do whatever you want. I'm not your dad, so you can buy whatever kind of knife you want. When I'm not carrying the Benchmade, I'm usually carrying my Chris Reeves Sabenza, small Sabenza 21, I believe, is what they call this one. This is the carbon fiber Tonto titanium version. This knife is an absolute work of art. Chris Reeves knives are beautiful in every way. This knife's super light, weighs like 3 ounces, just barely. It's hard to appreciate these knives until you get them in your hand and feel them, but really excellent. I love this knife. S35 VN steel on this blade. Really, really nice. This knife retails for about $395. Yeah, I know. It's a shitload of money for a pocket knife, but people like what they like. So if you want to spend the money, do it. If you don't, don't. If you're looking for a more budget option, the third knife that sometimes hits the rotation is the Zero Tolerance 452 CF. This knife is awesome. I absolutely love it. It's big, I know. At first you think you won't be able to carry it, but you can. That's what that knife looks like compared to the Benchmade. The ZT is freaking awesome. S35 VN, carbon fiber titanium, absolutely the same materials as represented in the Chris Reeves knife, but the ZT knife's $220 opposed to $395. So yeah, the ZT knife's awesome. Obviously size is pretty big. It's only like, I think it's 4.4 ounces, so I mean barely heavier. You can carry this blade, guys, without it bothering you in the pocket. I know a lot of people see it and say, man, that's way too big, but it's not. This also kind of can enter the realm of a tactical folder, if you will. It's got a big blade. You can get a lot done with this kind of knife. Super strong, frame lock, good design. Deep carry pocket clip, which is important. I didn't mention that on the Benchmade. It also has extremely nice deep carry pocket clip, which I'm into. The Sabenza doesn't so much, but it's so light you don't even notice it. It doesn't really matter that much on that knife. But yeah, really good knives. Have a good blade and have a sharp blade. Keep your knives sharp so you can use them. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the knives. Let's talk about the flashlight. So the flashlight is such a controversial topic, and everybody's like, oh god, it's not a Surefire. Oh my god. So yeah, I know. Surefire makes really good lights. We've talked about it earlier with the weapon light. But again, they don't have the lumens I'm looking for, and the price point's just not that great. It is what it is. The reasons I like this light, I will explain to you. So reason number one, it's 1160 lumens. And that's huge. That's a bunch of lumens. I don't know of any other light this size that produces that kind of output. I'm sure there's some out there. There's a billion flashlights, but this one, I mean, that's super duper high output. You'll notice the rear button is momentary or constant on. And also you'll notice it doesn't change modes. You'll hear all your super high speed tactical guys talk about don't carry a light that has different modes, right? I don't disagree with that. I like that idea, but my response is I'm not an idiot. I know where my light's at and where it's on, but you kind of got to have a light that is easy to set up. So I'm going to show you the other features of this light, which it does have a bunch of other features, but typically I don't use them. It just depends, but it is nice to not have to carry an administrative light and a tactical fighting light, if you will. This light does both for me, and I really like it. So the only other feature typically that I use on this light is a little moonlight mode. So if I push down this button and then hit this, I get a nice low moonlight mode. I work around guns all day. This is helpful for checking serial numbers or looking at bores or whatever. So yeah, I really like that option. Once I turn this off and hit it again, it's back on full power, turbo mode, 1100 lumens. So that's it. That's all there is to it. I never have an issue pulling this light out and not getting the high output. So I had an Olight S30R, freaking awesome light. Didn't like the side button to turn on because it doesn't really fit into the tactical folder, talking about knives again, doesn't really fit into the tactical light or defensive light that I need it to. When I get the light out of my pocket, I need to be able to get it on and see what I'm looking at. So I like the rear tail cap switch. There are other features of this light, like I said, I'll show you. So if I hold the button down on the side here, it's going to switch to, I forget, there's a name for this, but whatever, it's a light on the side. You can stand it up and illuminate a whole room, whatever. It's got a bunch of different output settings. Hold it down again, you can go both out the front and out the side. Hold it down again, you go back to normal. As you click the same button, it will cycle you through the modes. You got low, medium, high, and turbo. Before I'm done using this thing, if I'm changing modes, I do this a couple times to make sure I'm on the highest output, and then I put it back in my pocket and I don't jack with it anymore, and then it's on high, and I can't, the only way for me to get it off is if I deliberately change it, but I just need to be smart enough to know when I put it back in my pocket to make sure it's on bright. I don't have any issues with it. A lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine, but this light's awesome. Battery, so this is a rechargeable light. It'll take CR123s or an 18650 you want to recharge it, but the charging port is a little proprietary, designed by EagleTac. I don't use it because the battery they sent with this light sucked. It only worked for a couple weeks. EagleTac's customer service was shit. They wouldn't give me a new battery, so here we are. I just purchased a Phoenix rechargeable battery, 2600 milliamp hours, and it also has a USB port to charge the battery. Really freaking cool. Micro USB, I plug it in, it's got a little light on the front, it tells me when it's charged. You know, every 3 or 4 days I'll just plug that thing in and get a full charge on it, and we're good to go. Simple as that. You probably saw this flashing earlier. That's a battery indicator. When it flashes 3 times or whatever, that means 75% or better on battery, so it'll let you know kind of where your battery's at, which I really like too. Seriously cool features in this light, and this light runs about 80 bucks. It's the EagleTac DX30, and there's a couple different models. If you don't want the front light or any of that, you can get it. So yeah, check it out. EagleTac lights have been awesome. I carried another EagleTac for a long time, never had any issues with it. Finally broke the clip after like 3 years. So freaking great lights. Check them out. EagleTac. What's next? Let's talk about the Leatherman. So this is my most recent addition to my everyday carry, and I wish I would have done it sooner. This thing absolutely pays for itself. This is a Leatherman Rev. It's like $35. It's awesome. It's got a blade on it if you need it. I know it's probably 4140 steel or that's barrel steel. I'm thinking something else, but you know what I mean. The cheap steel, that's probably that, but it cuts fine. It's a good backup blade. No issues. Pliers, you got your cutter, small screwdriver, bottle opener, and you got your Phillips and your flathead over here. I use this thing all the time. Get a Leatherman. If you don't have a Leatherman, you're wrong. So do that. Worth its weight for sure. What else? So I recently started carrying just a little bit of medical gear. I guess hasn't really been recent. It's almost been a year, I think. I don't know. Something like that. But either way, I'm carrying a SWAT T tourniquet and some clotting gauze. I know there's a bunch of skinny medic operators out there losing their minds right now, going, "Oh, you should have a cat tourniquet, and you should have a full loadout, and you should have Z-fold combat gauze and a nasal airway and blah blah blah, whatever." Yes, I don't disagree with you. Have as much medical gear as you can comfortably carry. But this stays in my back pocket all the time, and I always got it. I can stop a bleed. So this works for me. Extremely cheap. You know, small, lightweight, stays out of the way. I'm thinking about upgrading to like an ankle rig that would hold a cat T and you know, some shears and some other stuff that I may need. But this works for me right now. I do have an EDC bag that has all sorts of other medical gear in it. We may talk about that one day if you guys want. But right now, this is pretty much it for my medical carry. It works for me. There's no excuse to not have something on you. If you can put holes in people, you should be able to plug holes in people. So look into that, get some training, know what you're doing, save some lives. So yeah, that's medical. Wallet. So the wallet right now is the Magpul DACA wallet. I've had this thing since it like came out too, and it's been awesome. Super streamlined, lightweight. It's like $12. Comes in a bunch of different colors. It's a winner. If you're looking for a slim wallet that works well, there's tons of super fancy aluminum RFID blocking blah 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 wallets out there. This one works really well for me, so highly recommend it. Check out the Magpul DACA wallet. Apple Watch. So I do have an Apple Watch. I always have my Apple Watch. I love it. I've had other watches, Citizen and you know, whatever else, some other cool watches, but the Apple Watch works really really well for me. Keeping up on my notifications, being able to mute that phone call super fast without being rude, you know, those type of things really come in handy for me. Keeping track of my appointments and things like that. I like it. It does me a lot of good, and I feel like I've literally gotten better as a person since I've had it. So the band on this dude right now is the Odom. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's kind of hard to see, but Amazon, it's like $30. Comes with the link, puller, and everything. Super good deal. You know, regular standard style clasp. Good weight. I wanted the Apple stainless band, but it's just too much money. It's like a fortune, so I passed on that. Yeah, Apple Watch. This is the Gen 1, by the way. I don't know. Let's get one. They're cool. Pin. So I've been carrying a pin for a long time, obviously. Can't ever decide what I wanted, decide if I want a nice pin or not. This is kind of my first entry into a higher end everyday carry pin. This is an Everyman Grafton pin. It's fine. There's nothing special about it. It's a little slippery. It's a clicky pin, which I like a lot. It's got to have a clicky when I need to write. It's like right now. So clicky pin's a big deal for me. Got to be. If you guys got better options for a nice clicky pin, yeah, shoot me a comment or whatever, because I'd like to know. This one's like $30 or something. Takes a Pilot G2 refills. It's been working fine, no complaints. The pocket clip, as you can see, is starting to wear off a little bit, but having a nice aluminum pin, and I get compliments on it, man, nice pin, and people, you'd think they'd want to steal it more, but typically they want to give it back to you, because believe it or not, there's nice people out there too. So yeah, it's been a good pin. I like it, but I'm ready for something cooler, better. Not tactical, by the way. I'm not a fan of tactical pins, but this one works pretty good. I also carry a little cloth to keep my screen clean on my phone, and my glasses. I wear glasses, so that's really important. This thing, it's really weird that I even talk about it because it seems insignificant, but it's not. Before I didn't have this, I was cleaning my glasses with my shirt, and wiping my phone off with my shirt, and it sucked. It scratches stuff, and it doesn't do a very good job. So get a nice little glasses cloth. I got this one from the old Lens Crafters. They threw it in when I bought my recent pair of glasses. So this really helped for me. Also keeps my sunglasses clean. I got prescription sunglasses. I like to keep those clean. And I also got a sweet beard that's typically got some oil in it, so it tends to get on my phone if I talk on the phone, so it's nice to wipe it off. And here comes the finale. Everybody's gonna make fun of me. Boom, it's a spinner. Yeah, so yeah, I carry a spinner. No, I'm not in 3rd grade. Every time I pull this out, somebody makes fun of me and like, oh, what are you, a child? Yeah, it's not about that. This thing's really great for me. I like having it with me. It's got a good weight. It's kind of like my own little token, that I carry around, and I enjoy it. I'm not gonna say I need it. I'm not gonna say that it helps my ADD or whatever you want to call it. I don't have any of those problems. I just like it. This is the Leon Ma Ace spinner, I believe it's called. It's like $80, titanium. Good features. I like high quality made stuff. It's easy to hold on to. Best features is it's tiny, really, really small, which I like. Stays out of the way. It's not very noticeable. Those people with those three-sided spinners with freaking LED lights on them just drive me crazy. Like, the spinner is supposed to be for you. It's not supposed to be for everybody else. But everybody's different, man. Do you enjoy it? But yeah, I like my spinner a lot. That's pretty much it, guys. That's the whole EDC. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope we gave you some ideas of stuff to carry or not carry or whatever, and gave you kind of some hints, tips, tricks. Yeah, if you have any questions, obviously let me know. I told myself I was gonna come up with some sweet tagline like "See you at the range" or "The Second Amendment's the coolest thing in the world" or something awesome like that, but I didn't. So I'm just gonna say have a nice day. Thanks for watching.